There are creatures that live among us that look just like everybody else. But if you know what to look for, you might be frightened by what you find. Join me for another hunt with Rax Rawhide.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Rax, a hunter extraordinaire who will give you just the facts. Some might say what he does is very rude. You ask around town, the women thinks he's crude. Charlatan he is, I'm told. Sexist is he. He has tracked some whiny emos into their own lair. Now some of their skins is what he often wears. When he dances a jig and hits his left knee, a woohoo is always heard, so you had better flee. Hills, that is, running fast, very far. Tonight's episode, vegan hunting.
Sometimes in life, folks need to feel a little bitter about themselves. Some people will work hard at their jobs to succeed, and others will help those less fortunate than themselves. And still yet another group will make a half-assed moral choice. These people are called pussies or vegans.
Most vegans believe that they magically evolved from single-celled organisms to fish, then monkeys. But we meat-eaters know that's bullshit. The good book tells us that it actually started way back in the days of Adam and Eve. God said unto Adam and Eve, "Thou shalt eat only meat." Thus he did provide them with rabbits, deer, and critters of many types. But Eve, being a typical woman, thought only of herself and her needs, and thus Eve did not listen to Adam and God. Adam tried to speak reason to her. She wasn't having it. For Satan, old Scratch himself, spoke unto Eve in the form of her monthly visitor. For 3 days he tried to convince her the meat and men was wrong. Oh, sure, Eve hemmed and hawed, but she gave in when old Scratch, trickster he was, convinced her it was her own idea. And we all know how women have to be right all the time. Thus, vegans were born.
The first vegan hunter was Van Leeuwen Perry. He developed many of the weapons that vegan hunters use to this very day. First of our tools I use is barbecue sauce, blessed by the Holy Trinity, the priest, Burger King assistant manager, Ted Nugent. Next up, we got a box of 6 McNuggets. You wear these around your neck like a trade partner, that'll frighten off many of you vegan. Last up, my weapon du jour, beef jerky. Nothing scares a vegan like cured dried beef. Made this from a last hunt. Emo. Tastes like Teen Spirit.
Rax fact.
Vegans get so little protein from eating vegetables that they develop hollow bones like birds. So next time you're hunting a vegan, be sure to look up in a tree. You might be surprised by what you find. Now you may notice that I don't have my gun on this hunt. Well, that's because if you only wound a vegan with a weapon and don't kill him, they will come after you with the most powerful force in the known universe. Litigation. Let me tell you, 10 weeks in a courtroom ain't fun for no one involved.
Now, it's not easy finding vegans as they look like normal folks on the outside, but they're known to frequent locations like Trader Joe's, GNC Nutrition Centers, and Jamba Juice.
Now we're out here in the woods because vegans are known to come out here. They like to get back to nature what they have taken from it. Vegans call this a circle of life. I call it taking a shit in the woods. Follow me.
Rax fact.
Vegans attack by high-speed moralizing. By vibrating their uvulas, they can deliver so many guilt trips a second, it can make a man's head explode or flay the flesh from their bones. Plus, it is boring. Gary here has volunteered to lure out the vegans for us. Now, in a non-Freudian, non-homosexual manner, I have bathed Gary in various corn oils, soybean extracts, and paprika. If anything brings the vegans running, it'll be that. Well, Gary's gone, but the hunt continues.
Been a week since Gary went missing. We lost 2 days of Sunday Monday Night Football and the rest of Gene's Texas Hold'em tournament. But I was still holding out hope. Sadly, later in the day while Gene was setting up the craft service table, he made a startling discovery.
Well, we found Gary. Poor devil. Vegans bitched the meat right off his bones. Well, Gary's dead, but the hunt lives on.
We were caught off guard by a vegan while Gene was informing me of the adventures from a man from Nantucket. Gene selflessly threw himself in front of me, absorbing the full brunt of the deadly attack. Gene's death bought me precious time. I had my meat in my hand instantly and thrust it defiantly at the advancing vegan.
Ow! Meat on my face! Oh, gross!
I had to finish him quick. I couldn't do a slow baster in this one. Keeping a firm grip on my meat, I unleashed my special sauce.
Well, we lost 2 good men on this hunt, which is 4 down from last week, bringing our grand total to 256. Their sacrifices will always be remembered in our hearts. And on the Rax Rawhide Season 1 box set DVD, available at Walmart, 7-Eleven, and special interest style at Best Buy. Well, that's it for this hunt. Tune in next week for more. Woo-hoo!
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Rax and all his crew, and they would like to say that it's time to grab a brew. You're all invited back again for some morality, to keep a heap in store of the crease fatalities. Death, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now, you hear?